You is get you and your boy Tom back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're gonna be doing a tier list of all of the new All-Star cards that did get released in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Now, before I dive into it, I do want to say all of the Galaxy Opals are based around gambling, including obviously the 100 overall Kareem Abdul Jabbar. So, I mean, look, if you don't want to look at that, just look at my pink diamond ones because all of them are available directly in the player market. But I do want to say, like, if you got any Galaxy Opals, like if you did rip packs and got lucky, I do want to rank them up for you guys as well. Now, as we dive into this thing, if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. We're on the road towards 130,000 subscribers. Now, I actually don't mind Anthony Davis. I don't. If this was a power forward tier list, he'd probably be A tier. And honestly, I think there are a lot worse cards on this tier list than Anthony Davis. So I'm going to put him at B tier. I know some people might have him higher, some people might have him lower, and all of that is A-okay. But for me, when I look at Anthony Davis, I see a pretty complete card. A card that can get you stops defensively, a card that offensively can knock down shots. Even his dribble style is not bad. I like AD, I just wish his release was a little bit quicker. Ant-Man Anthony Edwards up next. He's one of the worst cards on this list. I'm going to throw him a D tier. I don't like in this game at all. As far as my team, I think his release is just slow. Just can't get behind Anthony Edwards at all as it stands right now. Bam Adebayo is a card I actually really do like. I think Bam is absolutely elite. Honestly, I think he's slightly better than Anthony Davis. The problem is, I don't think either of those cards quite are A tier, but as far as pink diamonds are concerned, both of them at that power forward position are really solid. Bennedict Mathurin, not a card I love. I do like him more than Anthony Edwards, but I do not love Bennedict Mathurin. He is definitely not worth opening packs for. And again, that's what you got to think about with Galaxy Opals. Like, if you open a pack and you see a Galaxy Opal, it could be Bennedict Mathurin, and he's not even that good. So that's just kind of where I lie as far as opening packs right now. The first day was, I think, way more valuable because you would get, I mean, one of the good Galaxy Opals probably, unless you ended up getting, like, you know, the worst one would have been like, what, to Damian Lillard. Now, like, you have a triple chance to get Damian Lillard, and it's just so sad. Damian Lillard's, I mean, yes, I get it. There might be a little difference in Damian Lillard's. Like, when I look up Damian Lillard as it stands right now, here's the difference with the Damian Lillards. One Dame has his base on quick and isn't quite as good stat-wise. The other Dames have it on very quick and are a little bit better. So the black jersey Dame is probably the worst Damian Lillard. So that's this one. I'm throwing him at D tier. I just can't get behind him. These Dames, I'm going to throw at C tier. I'm still not going to sit here and hype up those Damian Lillards. They're 6'2". I know movement-wise, they're good. I know release-wise, I'm very quick. It's really solid. But, I mean, what are we really talking about? The cards are 6'2". Give me this guy way over the Damian Lillards. That is Pink Diamond Devin Booker. I'm throwing him at A tier. Movement-wise, absolutely elite. Release-wise, absolutely elite. I know he doesn't have the Galaxy Opal glow, but it doesn't matter. He's going to defend better than Dame. And honestly, I'm going to say it, I'll take him offensively over Damian Lillard because of the Devin Booker leaner. And I know you guys might be like, really, Ty? That seems kind of crazy, but that's just me. And kind of how I personally see things. I don't think anybody is doing as much as D-Book in my team. Donovan Mitchell at the point guard position. Not offensively. Donovan Mitchell, I mean, look. He's fine. I'm going to throw him right there with Dame. He's 6'3". He's got, instead of his old 6'1", he's got a decent release. And defensively, I actually think Donovan Mitchell does quite a bit for you guys. Obviously, offensively, I'm taking Damian Lillard over D-Mitch. But on the defensive end of the court, I think D-Mitch gives you that little bit more. Galaxy Opal Giannis, I've got to go S tier. I mean, it's really simple, really self-explanatory. If you get Giannis, he is going to play for so long. The problem is, again, you got to gamble to get Giannis. And I hate that. I hate the fact that you got to gamble to go and get Giannis. And I just don't think that it is worth your time to do that. Jalen Brunson up next. I don't love Jalen Brunson. His release is good, but outside of that, he just doesn't do a ton for us in my team. I guess I throw him at D tier, but that's maybe even being too high on Jalen Brunson. One thing he's got is a good release in my team, though. Pink Diamond Jaylen Brown, I mean, C tier, I guess. Galaxy Opal Jaylen Brown is better. I'll probably put Galaxy Opal Jaylen Brown at A tier because he gets that release on quick, becomes a little bit better. But the Pink Diamond Jaylen Brown is not great. And yes, they're both 6'6". They're both going to be defensively fine. But the release on quick compared to normal makes a pretty big difference. And so, I mean, Jaylen Brown might get moved down to B tier. But for now, I'll put him at A tier. I don't hate the card. Jayson Tatum, Galaxy Opal, I'll throw him at A tier. Does a lot for you guys. I like JT's release. It's sped up a little bit. Defensively, going to get you stops. I still think player model player, but at that small forward position, he doesn't do a crazy amount for you. And so that's my whole thing. Like, the difference between a guy like Jayson Tatum and let's say, I'm just going to throw out a random name, like a Kawhi Leonard Pink Diamond or Paul George Pink Diamond, Paolo Banchero's Pink Diamond is hardly anything. Julius Randle's Pink Diamond, I'm going at D tier. He might even get moved down to F tier. I absolutely can't stand him. Galaxy Opal Joel Embiid, I'll throw him at A tier. I don't hate JoJo at all. He does a lot of things at a really high level. But the question I would pose to you guys, is Joel Embiid better than Bam Adebayo? That is the ultimate question that we need to talk about for the sake of this video. Because if I end up liking Bam more than Joel Embiid, then what's the point of putting Joel Embiid higher for this tier list? And as it stands right now, I think Bam is just as good. The one thing Joel Embiid does have is a better dribble style, half range, but Bam defensively gives you a little bit more. I'm sorry, guys. I do not see it with Joel Embiid being above Bam on this tier list. And maybe I need to just move Bam higher, but then I feel like I got to move AD higher. I don't know right now. Maybe I got to move Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum down. I don't know. This is going to be really difficult at B and A tier. I'm going to try to figure it out, though. Kareem, obviously, S tier. Look. It's crazy. The majority of the people that got Kareem are next makers. Now, I'm not saying it's rigged, not saying anything like that. I'm just giving you guys the facts of the situation. It's sad that we have to gamble thousands of dollars to even get a chance at Kareem. Karl Anthony Towns up next. I mean, this cat's not very good. I mean, he's way better than Julius Randle. It's just his release, honestly. His release is obviously not great. Galaxy Opal Cat, I'll put a B tier. Big difference, release gets sped up. I think he deserves B tier, this Galaxy Opal Cat. Pink Diamond Cat, I'm going to go throw at C tier. I just think that release is just too slow. It does get sped up with the Galaxy Opal. Still not great, though. Pink Diamond Kawhi, I'm throwing him at A tier. If I'm throwing Jaylen Brown at A tier, I'm throwing Kawhi at A tier. It's that simple, that easy. But then it's like, Bam deserves A tier. I don't know. I feel like A and B right now should mesh together, but it is what it is. This is where I'm going. I do like Kawhi, and my gameplay didn't play that great with him, but I still love and respect his game. Kevin Durant, A tier. I mean, his release does go to quick. It's still not the quickest, but it definitely does help, makes a difference. He is long, lengthy, can play that switch on defense. Just kind of fits the meta of the game right now. Not going to be a primary boiler, but can give you that occasional bucket. Kevin Durant, easy A tier. Bron, easy S tier. Release on very quick. So good. Again, the problem is you got to gamble for LeBron James. And honestly, I'm going to say the difference between Bron and like Pink Diamond Kawhi, it's a gap. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but you can use Pink Diamond Kawhi and have success. He can get stops on that LeBron James. Luka Doncic, A tier, easy addition, no questions asked. I'm going to start moving some players down. I am, because some of these guys just ultimately, I don't think belong in A tier. And again, A tier is going to be the elite of the elite. I'm sorry, I'm going to make some people mad, but it's got to be what it's got to be. Luka Doncic, I think, is fantastic, especially defensively. I actually don't even hate his release. Mac McClung, I know he got some dribbling, his movement is fine, but I mean, he's still only 6'2". If you look at Mac McClung, the card honestly is not horrible, especially with some decent dribble, 6 Kyrie, got some decent shooting badges, defensively is fine, but it's like, the only reason people are hyping him up is because he's a new card that we have not used. Myles Turner, B tier, just fits that B tier big man meta. I don't know what else there is to say. There is one guy I'm going to move up, it's going to be Bam though, so just be ready for that. Jokic, I've heard great things about him. I've not used Jokic. I still think Jokic's release is so slow, and so that's like even comparing him to Embiid. I just don't think I can put Jokic higher than Embiid. I like Jokic, but I mean, side by side compared to Joel Embiid, is he even better? I don't know. And again, that's something we'll have to get to. I don't know how to separate B tier and A tier right now. I'm really struggling because Banchero is another guy I think is at least B tier. Now, is Jayson Tatum better than Banchero? Probably. And so maybe I just got to go like this and then this. I don't know, though. It's just tough. I do think Banchero is so good. I like his release. His player build's fantastic. B tier at minimum for Banchero. Guy I'm not going to hesitate with is Paul George. He's A tier. I mean, basically the other pink diamond Paul George, but he is so good. I'm taking Paul George over Jaylen Brown every day of the week and not hesitating on it. He's going to play better defense, be longer, has even a better release, even though Jaylen Brown's gets sped up. Paul George is not going to hesitate. He is for sure A tier. Scottie Barnes, I like Scottie Barnes. I just think there's a limit to how high I can put him, especially compared to Banchero and Kawhi. Don't think he is quite that good. C tier seems like I'm discrediting him though, but I think that's where he's got to go. Shai Gilgeous Alexander up next. I think he's the best point guard in the game, probably. I think, is this where I got to go? I like Luka, though, but I mean, I think this is what I've got to do. If I got to split up point guards, this is how I'm splitting them up right now. SGA, number 1, Devin Booker, number 2, Luka, number 3, in the All-Star drop. And I kind of want to space them out to give you at least some sort of a vision on how good they truly are. Steph Curry at this stage, I mean, I guess C tier. It's just tough. He's just undersized. Trae Young, F tier. He's might be my only F tier player. No, Tyrese Maxey's F tier too. I just don't like either of their releases enough to hype them up. Tyrese Haliburton, I'll throw him at C tier. I don't hate Tyrese, but I do not think he is B tier or higher. So point guards, again, Luka probably should be at A tier, but I'm ranking them 1, 2, 3. Now, when it comes down to other positions, it's just tough. Because if I'm moving a big man up, it's going to be Bam Adebayo. And you're going to call me crazy, but I like his release more than these guys. And I think defensively he's just as good. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Bam at A tier. Leave those Galaxy opals down. Now, let me ask you something. After seeing this tier list, is it worth it to gamble on those Galaxy opals? Absolutely not. Yes, if you get SGA, Brown, Giannis, you're fantastic. But why not just go pick up Devin Booker, Paul George, Bam Adebayo, and start your team off hot? That's what I'm saying. That's where I would lean if I'm you guys. Not worth your time to go gamble on packs. This is my tier list for you guys today. Drop a like on it. Subscribe if you're doing it. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.